Hey there, thanks for joining us at the Rabbit Hole of Research, where you'll learn a few facts that you can impress your friends with at a party. Hey, welcome back to the Rabbit Hole of Research. This is the episode 23 B-side mini episode on shrinking. We shrunk down the episode.
It's a mini shrinking episode.
It's a mini, yeah. How do you guys think about that shrinking episode?
I liked it a lot. It was.
I really.
I get distracted by this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I hope you like it. I mean, you were on it, so.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was more hand wavium than.
Yes, a lot of hand wavium.
That was some of the most hand wavium we've done. Hand wavium.
This one was pretty high. I want to say we had another one. I can't think of which one. Maybe telekinesis was a lot of hand wavium.
I did going to say the werewolf episode.
Yeah, we probably can make werewolves work. I think we got to some, but you're right. That's a different episode. Go back and check that out. But yeah, the episode was really good. Got some feedback from Alex on YouTube. He had mentioned shrinking in the animated series Dragon Tales. It was a show from 1999 to 2005. It was about the adventures of this group of dragons and a little boy or girl that were brother and sister, I think, and they would go brothers. That? Yeah, and then maybe a little bit with our youngest son.
What, it was Maya and Miguel, right?
Do you remember the song?
That sounds right. It's like Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales.
Yeah. Guys, you guys are going to get us. We're going to get flagged for this.
Yeah. And we'll put that in the show notes.
I was just seeing if I could remember.
Yeah, and then Alex had mentioned Legends of Tomorrow, which was a DC TV show, 2016 to 2022. So I said I would give it a watch, maybe add to my DC knowledge base.
Or DC knowledge.
That's right, yeah. So we got to do that. And then he asked about nanites, so nano robotics, and if we would consider that for an episode. So I told him that we would with our list. So.
And you have the whole nano something or other.
You have the whole nano.
In the stories you've written.
I have, yeah, no, I've written about nanites. And I mentioned Blood Music by Greg Bear. And then Big Hero 6. That was another one I thought of, where they had the nano kind of robots.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Those are a couple there.
Iron Man,
yeah, he had some sort of composite. Black Panther.
Yep.
I don't know if they were, I guess they were some sort of nano robot thing.
What? It was his last suit that he had for Infinity War. Remember they came out of the glasses?
Right. And yeah. Or the chest piece. He kept the nanites in the chest piece. Yep. Yeah, because there was a big thing. Pepper was like, till you get rid of that, we're not having kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Other thing to Nick, Miss Marvel's catchphrase, embiggen. That was embiggen. It's a real word to make bigger or more expansive, enlarge or expand. Embiggen actually originated from The Simpsons. It was a word appearing in the Springfield town motto. It quote, "A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man."
I'm here
down
for it.
The rabbit hole of embiggen.
I don't know if we really.
You were saying I made up a word.
I did say you made up a word. Yep.
Did we talk about the popularity of miniature? Because it seems like now it's even more so with the miniverse stuff everywhere.
Of the mini? Is that a movie?
The miniatures.
Or a show? Miniatures. Oh, figures and like things that are made out of plastic or material that are already small that represent something that's big in the real.
I was so confused by that for a second.
I was too. I was like, we didn't talk about that movie, I'm pretty sure.
No, but if there's like a whole line of products called Miniverse.
The Miniverse. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they're like they come in these balls.
Right.
And that's just like super popular right now.
Well, they're already small. You don't make them small.
No.
Okay.
You just buy them. It's like Polly Pockets.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So they're like brand name things. Like you can get a Ruffles bag.
Exactly.
The size of your thumbnail.
Interesting.
Yeah, or Target products or Yeah, I don't know.
No, we didn't. I don't think we covered that.
Yeah, that's being me up's next venture. We're going to get into the miniatures.
do miniatures.
Nice.
You get a thumbtack full of coffee.
Thumbtack
That's
full
gonna
of
be your
coffee.
drink. Yep.
There it is.
That's
Real pick me up.
Yeah. Extra concentrated.
So yeah. The other thing that came up was the calories needed for shrinking, potentially energy. Just thinking about it for this mini episode, just quickly, when we talk about shrinking, if we're going to make it happen, we talked about a couple of ways: conversion of mass as you come down to a small size, or breaking molecular bonds. I think to do that type of reorganization, you're talking about using a lot of energy, potentially, that would be involved in these kind of structural rearrangements, maybe destroying or even condensing the atomic forces. And so it feels like you convert all this, maybe you would need equivalents to like a nuclear reaction, put that in calories, you're probably in the range of 1.5 or quadrillion calories, some astronomical large
Can you put
amount
that
of
in Big
calories.
Macs?
Yeah,
This is
so
too
for
big.
just for you, Big Mac's about 550 calories. I knew you were going to ask. That would take about 2.7 trillion Big Macs.
And if you were eating that many Big Macs, I can't imagine that you would get smaller.
But like I said, it's like a large thermonuclear explosion. So that led me to how could we get these types of calories or the energy needed? You converted it to a calorie number. But some of it would be like uranium. So you could think about things like that, or plutonium. I don't think you would eat it. I think you would just use it. So you would you would need the energy, like the energy
So
needed
you'd have to blow it
to actually
up.
do the process. So yeah, you would have
This
like a
doesn't
fusion
sound like a
reaction.
good idea.
Like you use plutonium and uranium in nuclear reactors. So how much would you need? Just thinking about the energy you can release from those, somewhere around 75 to 76 metric tons of plutonium or uranium. So a lot, probably more than you should be handling or moving around. You're really, if you think of something like gasoline, you would need like 100 billion gallons of gasoline to get to that number, which storing that, moving it, all this is just incredibly dangerous and probably not the way you want to power your shrinking outfit or
Rabbit Hole
things.
Research does not recommend you do this.
So then that moves to really theoretical energy sources like antimatter. It's like the ultimate high energy material. And you would probably need about 35 grams of antimatter. So that's a relatively small amount, except it costs about $62.5 trillion per gram. And then storing antimatter is difficult because it annihilates with matter. So it's expensive and it's hard to store. So maybe not
So
good.
maybe just buy a banana.
Buy a banana. Do that
I
with your
can't
funny.
wait for our first. It's just gonna say maybe you should just buy a banana.
So then the other thing then gets even more theoretical is 0 point energy, quantum vacuum energy. And so this kind of refers to the quantum fluctuations of empty space, which theoretically contains vast amounts of energy. So it's theoretical. So you probably would need just very little of this, and you might be able to actually do shrinking in real life. And this
Damn.
brings me to the Pym particles. And the Pym particles, it was an extra dimensional particle, and it could increase or decrease the size of the mass of an object or living being by shunting or adding it from a subatomic dimension. It was linked to the quantum realm. And so you're just shifting this energy needed or mass to a different dimension to actually make this movement. So even more hand-wavium. So it's not like a direct energy source. It's Cyclops optic beams, because he opens up like another universe dimensional portal and shoots out. Yeah, so pretty hand-wavium there.
I love the research you did for this after the episode.
I didn't think about it, so you guys brought it up. And then you asked about how many, and then the calories, after you shrink down to miniature ant size, ant needs about a calorie, 1 to 10 calories a day. So that would be, pretty convenient. Then once you spend all that energy, like that Big Mac will last you like a good month and a half. So that was some things there to think about. Maybe other people have other energy sources they would try. But that's all I had on there. I did convert it to other food source, like you said, bananas. Banana has 100 or so calories. It would take 14.3 trillion bananas.
I think that's more bananas that are in existence.
That is probably true.
And bananas may go
Yes.
extinct, so that's a whole nother episode.
Bananas
Yay.
could go extinct. Yes.
Extinction. Oh, I can't wait for our extinction episode.
Yes,
Is that
that
going to
would
be
be.
the last episode we ever do?
I don't think we're going to go extinct. We're not covering it live, hopefully. It's not a breaking news. It's not a breaking news segment.
How was your guys' Thanksgiving?
Pretty good. Ate food.
Yeah?
Had food stuffs. Played
Many
games.
calories,
Many
but
enough to
not
shrink.
enough to shrink, but enough to probably get bigger.
Yes. Got bigger and biggened ourselves.
How many Thanksgiving dinners would it take to...
That's right. It would take a lot. We'll still be in the 2 trillion range. I don't know. A lot. More than you should eat in one sitting. But yeah, how about yourself?
It was good. We went over to Michelle's sisters, and yeah, it was a pretty chill Thanksgiving. Nothing much.
Nice.
Nobody argued, which is always a good thing.
That is good.
That's how family is. But I do want to thank Alex for that super nice comment. That was very sweet, and it's always much appreciated. I know we all here greatly appreciated that. Big shout out, Alex.
Yep, definitely. It's hearing things like that gives us a lot of motivation to keep going, and especially as we wrap up season 1 and are planning season 2.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's appreciated. So thank you, indeed. So, what have you been reading, listening to? Anything?
Up the Cirque du Freak by Darren Shan, and now I'm on his other his other book, which is with Lord Loss. Is the first book of that series. I think it's like Diamatica or something. Demon book. I'm still in spooky season all year round.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. And then after the episode 2, I realized that I had read a bit of Darren Shan, his zombie series and his city series. I had read both of those. So there was city
You and I
trilogy,
were
I
both
guess.
talking
Yeah. So
about a different book from the same series.
So it was
From
funny.
the city series.
But had heard and read. Georgia, what do you got? You been listening, reading?
This week I've been laxing that.
Yeah. You had some eye procedures, so probably hard to read.
Yeah, I have been reading because our son's reading it. So I've been reading Persepolis. I'm almost done with that, but it's really heavy and whew, so they only have like little doses.
And I finished reading Mexican Gothic, so I did complete that. It was really good. Worth a good read. Put it on your list. Movies wise, we did watch quite a bit of movies since the last check-in. We did the Blade Runner movies, Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut short.
Oh.
Little one's crying right now.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah.
Joe and Georgia will continue.
Yeah, we'll just
And
wrap it
I
up.
will see you on the next episode.
Next episode. Yeah, best powers.
Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No
worries.
Cheers.
Night, guys.
Yep.
Bye.
So Blade Runner, then Blade Runner 2049, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then we're doing the Alien series. That's about it. We lost Nick here. He had to go tend to. He's remote, so we don't have little babies in our basement studio. Okay, I think that's it. We had Nick. I'm Joe. We got Georgia.
Goodbye.
And we went down some mini tiny holes. Stay big out there. Love y'all.